teased me a lot. And then someone told me about William Shakespeare, who said, "What is in the name?" I did not know who was Shakespeare and why he said like this. But it helped my heart to understand all is well. Nothing wrong was happened. This name has given great icebreaker for me in social gathering and has been given three distinct phases of my life. First phase, Bajaj sunny days. These were my early childhood days. I was called Sunny Boom Boom. I was born in Kalyan and brought up in Nasik. In my family, we are four members: my father, my mother, my younger brother, and me. I had many fights like Sunny Deol in Boom Boom days, which also gave the title of my second phase of my life. The second phase of my life called Sunny Devil phase. These were my school days and college life. My friend, even my teacher, called me Sunny Devil and asked me, "Where is Bobby? Where is your Dole Shole?" Unfortunately, I didn't have a Dole Shole, so has been conditioned till now. I did my graduation in pharmacy and got admission in one of the top business school in Pune. I done MBA in international business and marketing. I was introvert before joining MBA, and these 2 years helped me to transfer me to ambivert. My old friend can easily identify what changes happen in between me. I completed NI Sparta training during MBA design by NC and London Business School. I got a job in semi-government organization, but I wanted to build my career in international marketing. But I still wonder why. Why I want to do a career in international marketing. However, I think that answer also lies in my name, which we will discuss in my third phase of my life. Can you guess the name? It is Sunny Leone phase. Yes, my friend called me Sunny Leone, and it is beautiful phase of my life. I joined Chennai-based pharmaceutical company to work in international marketing, which was my dream job profile because I could pursue my hobby while traveling new places. And apart from this traveling, I am also having many hobbies like meeting new people, study the human beings. Having secured glamorous job in Chennai, now I am eligible bachelor. My parents were looking for me, Meenakshi Sheshadri, and that forced me move back to Pune, where I got Meenakshi Sheshadri. Her name is Megha. Megha is a software developer. We are blessed with daughter named Swara and son named Sumik. My name did not leave an opportunity to create a story in my marriage also. Mine is arranged marriage. And to say yes, my father-in-law took a lot of time because he was not comfortable with my name. After some smart thinking, he put my birth name, which is Devendra, in my wedding invitation card, and all the places were required in a ceremony. Many of my guests were confused to see the name of Devendra, not the Sunny, and they were about to leave the marriage venue, thinking that they were at wrong place venue. I travel a lot to Russia and nearby countries, learn Russian language from Pune University. I work as an expat for a year in Jakarta, Indonesia. I just wanted to tell about Indonesian people. Indonesian people are accepted my name Sunny as wholeheartedly than any other Indian names because they can pronounce it very easily. However, Shah Rukh Khan, Amir, Ritik, Ram, Sita are super easy for them. Indian are easy for Bollywood or Ramayana. Indonesian assume every Indian can dance very well because of Bollywood. That is why I had embarrassing situation many times. In fact, Sunny Deol dance better than I do. After spending 1 year in Indonesia, I felt Sare Jahan Se Acha, Hindustan Hamara, and returned to India. I feel lucky to have traveled a lot in my life and that I learned a lot of good things because of it. As of now, I have traveled more than 30 countries and each country multiple times for my job. I hope to complete a century, a number of countries that I would like to visit. Now, I hope that my next phase of life will be called sunny days. And I want to enjoy this phase with my family and friends. I also hope to bring these sunny days in someone's life who is in need. Wish me, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunny. It was a wonderful speech. I'm sorry I won't be able to stand up right now because if I stand up, my entire headphones will fall off. Everything. So
Thank you.
I'm not launching the poll. I'm sending a link in the chat box for the feedback. Do click on the link and vote for, not vote, give the feedback for Toastmaster Sunny. Timer, do let me know when 1 minute is up. Are we good to go, timer? Toastmaster
We have
Gaurav?
20 seconds remaining.
Okay.
Toastmaster Harshvardhan, you're good to go.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. Moving on to the second speaker of the day, Toastmaster Shantanu, whose speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Shireen. I now call upon Toastmaster Shireen. Please clap your hands together and help me welcome Toastmaster Shireen.
Hi everyone, good evening. Today I'll be filling in for Toastmaster Niyamat and I will be doing the evaluation for Toastmaster Shantanu, who will also be delivering his icebreaker. And as Toastmaster Monish has mentioned earlier, an icebreaker speech is basically for us, for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. So I wish you all the best, Toastmaster Shantanu, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shireen. When I asked Toastmaster Shantanu what is that one thing he's going to miss the most this year, to which he told that he will be doing a very nice job of giving clothes to the poor people this Diwali. With this, please help me welcome Toastmaster Shantanu. Toastmaster Shantanu, journey from village to overseas. Journey from village to overseas, Toastmaster Shantanu.
Yeah, thank you. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Toastmaster Shantanu, are you going to see the timer card?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, please proceed with it.
Okay, thank you. So, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, very good evening. So, I am Shantanu Deshpande. I would like to welcome you to my first speech, that is Icebreaker. So, this is an opportunity to introduce myself, the journey of my life. So, definitely it was not so easy. It was very challenging. So, basically, I'm a steel plant professional. So, from last 26 years, I'm working in steel industry. I work in India as well as more than 15 countries of the world. So in China, Russia, all these are the big steel producer in the world, where I can say my company, we went there and taught their operator, taught about the technology and all. So I have started this journey from the village. I born in village, brought up in village, studied in village. I remember during the childhood time, I used to come to Nagpur. That time my cousins, friends, they laugh on me because I could not speak very good Marathi. In my language, there is some village tone. Academically, I was not so good. Financially, not so good. So that means poor fellow. And that's why they used to laugh. So after that, I always afraid and always worried about my future. So I always ask to myself what I have, what to do for the growth, what I can do in my future, what can I do in my life. So whenever I ask myself, the voice from my inner is that you are a hard worker. You are sincere and you are honest. Man, if you have these three things, no need to worry. I have started my professional life at the age of 21.5 years old. That time, very faint mustache on my lips. And I have started this life from the steel plant. After completion of my diploma engineering, I went to steel industry. It was a horrible condition. That is a lot of dirt, lot of dust, very high temperature. Means we work beside that 1560 degrees centigrade. We cannot stand there. As soon as if we stand there, sweating can start immediately. So that was a very high temperature, but it was the question of bread and butter. So I start working there, and then I fall in love that. And then finally, काम ही पूजा है. So on this basis, that's why, because of this hard work, after 8 hours job, face become black, hand become black, just like a face of Amitabh Bachchan of Kala Fattar. Yeah. And that hard work was the, or is the success of this journey. I have worked so many places. Nice. So my professional life is very excellent. There is no doubt. I got opportunity to work as an independent consultant in Iran. I went by business class. I went in a CIP launch. CIP launch means commercial important person. That is in Tehran airport. So many things. And I did that job, which many metallurgists, many consultants, many PhD, they failed to do. And why I got success? Because I work with black face. I work with black hands. Means all the job done by hands. So anyway, let's move to my hobby. From my childhood, there was my dream to work. To dream means everybody has authority or authority to see a dream. Whenever I see the mirror, I always see Amitabh Bachchan, Mithun Chakravarti, and Rajnikant face in my face. So that was my dream, to be Amitabh, Mithun, or Rajnikant. So when time flies, I start working in a stage theater. Then whenever I was in Surat, I was program director. I worked there for around 4.5 years or 5 years. Then I got a chance to work in a film also. That film is, excuse me, this is the art of style. And then that is, I could not continue my hobby because of all these other activities. So there are many stories to tell you, but the time is not permitting me. So for this day, this is I have to stop. So thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shantanu. It was truly inspiring. I have set for Google form link in the chat box. Please click on that link and give the feedback to Toastmaster Shantanu. Let's take a minute to do this.
Toastmaster Harshvardhan? Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. The third speaker for today is Toastmaster Sharanya, who will be delivering her icebreaker speech, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Shefali. When I asked Toastmaster Shefali the same question, she told that people would be roaming around meeting people on Diwali with a mask on, which she finds it weird. And yes, even I find that weird, because if I see a person with mask on, I assume he's come here to loot me or something. With this, I now welcome Toastmaster Shefali. Toastmaster Shefali, you're on mute.
Sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Harsh. Good evening, everyone, once again. I'm here to evaluate Toastmaster Sharanya's speech. She is again going to deliver her icebreaker speech. I mean, this is the third icebreaker speech in a row today. Like previous icebreaker speeches, the purpose of this speech as well is for the member to introduce herself to the club and to learn the basic structure of the speech, public speaking. The duration of the speech is going to be 4 to 6 minutes. So best of luck, Toastmaster Sharanya, and over to Modi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shefali. When I asked Toastmaster Sharanya, what is that one thing she's going to miss the most this Diwali? To which she replied that she is just happy that she would not have to hear the loud cracker noises this year. And with this, I now invite Toastmaster Sharanya. Toastmaster Sharanya, the pendulum of my life, the pendulum of my life, Toastmaster Sharanya.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Toastmaster Sharanya, are you able to see the timer card?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Okay, please proceed.
Good evening, distinct Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Sharanya, and today I will be giving my icebreaker speech. I've heard somewhere that there are two types of people on earth. Number one, the rebellious. These kind of people like to go against all the norms and do things. Example, Kangana Ranaut. And number two, the conformist. These kind of people accepts everything you tell them without a question. Example, Sham of Hera Fairy, aka Sunil Shetty. Me, since my childhood, I have perfectly fit into the number two category. I was born and brought up in Nagpur, and I was that child in family whose example your parents give to your siblings because you were so perfect. Perfect in academics, perfect in sports, perfect in oratory skills. So basically a package of no complaints and only in demand. So I would like to share a small incident of my childhood. One day my teacher stated that, Sharanya, tomorrow there is an elocution competition organized, so be prepared for it. Now, being a perfect student, I couldn't decline but accept it. The only challenge being, she's telling me this just a day before the competition. I was a confident child, yet I had a bad feeling about this. Nevertheless, I sat whole night, researched and completed writing my speech and practiced as much as I could. The next day, I was really nervous. And when my name was called upon, I gathered all my courage and started to speak. Except my name, I wasn't able to utter a single word. I stood frozen in front of so many people. I was so terrified. My hands were shaking and sweat all over my face. Because this was the first time this perfect girl had encountered failure. From that day till today, I never tried to speak in front of anyone. That incident taught me that if you cannot handle failure or pressure, then being perfect is just a label. So in order to experience more failure and pressure, I decided to pursue engineering. I was about to start a new academic journey, but this time I wanted it to be on my terms and conditions applied. I wanted to burst my perfection bubble and know what is it like to be a backbencher? What is it like to be a topper from last? How does it feel to say no to the protocols? What happens when things go beyond deadline? I wanted to question things which were simply fed it into us since our childhood. Indeed, engineering has taught me the most valuable lessons of my life. Fast forward to 4 years. Today, I am among the low GPA students. Sports has nothing to do with me. I avoid public speaking. I avoid socializing. So I'm only left with only complaints and no demand. Despite all these, when I speak today, I have no regret of what if or I should have. Neither I have the burden of society expecting me to live to their standards. But I fail to comprehend that living like this may have pros and major cons. Pros could be you could never. Pros could be you are free to make mistakes because no one is judging you. Cons could be I have already lowered my standard to what I want to achieve. I can never be a great leader because I fear to explore. Networking with people seems too difficult. So I again decided to burst my imperfection bubble and uh, ex- and explore what and sorry I wanted to burst my imperfection bubble and see what is it like to be a sorry. So at last, I would like to say that my journey from being perfect to an imperfect being, I realized people will only value you if you're a conformist type, but the universe will value you if you survive as a rebel. With these words, I take a leave. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharanya. It indeed was a wonderful speech. I have sent the Google form in the chat box. Do click on that link and please give your feedback to speaker 3, that is Toastmaster Sharanya. Let's take a minute to do so.
Toastmaster Harshvardhan, we can proceed. Toastmaster Harshvardhan?
Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. Now we move on to the final speaker for today's meet, Toastmaster Gauri. Toastmaster Gauri will be evaluated by Toastmaster Shriram. When I asked Toastmaster Shriram what is he going to miss the most in Diwali this year, he told that he will be with his family this year, so there won't be much changes to his celebration as the sweets and the savories are all prepared by his mom. But what he is going to miss the most is shopping for clothes and crackers. With this, I now welcome Toastmaster Shriram.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. I think one more point which I mentioned, which you appreciated, was that I always miss the movies which gets released, especially the big star movies which gets released. So I'm missing those things as well in Diwali. So good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So the speaker today is going to attempt the project on understanding your leadership styles. So the project objective goes like this, that the speaker would be presenting his or her speech where she has learned what the leadership styles is in general. That is, she will be identifying her primary leadership styles and she will be giving out a presentation. So the the speech can be informational, humorous, storytelling, or anything which the speaker choose up to. And there is one more thing, which is that the member would share his or her primary leadership style and also discuss the leadership style in general and also what that impacted her. So it's all about the leader today. So over to the Toastmaster of the Day, who is also the leader of the meeting, and I wish all the best to the speaker. Over to the Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shriram. When I asked Toastmaster Gauri the same question, she responded by telling me that the only thing which is going to be different this year is that her brother will not be home this time. With this, I now invite Toastmaster Gauri. Toastmaster Gauri, finally I meet her. Finally I meet her. Toastmaster Gauri.
Am I clearly audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I can see the timer cards. Yes. How many of you have been a leader at least once in your life? Those who have, if nothing, at least you will not have to scratch your heads over the level 2 project 1 speech, understanding your leadership style. fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Never have I ever been a leader in my life. I'm the youngest in my family, so there never came a chance to lead. There was always someone to handle any situation, and I was always pampered. Even the school life was nothing different. I never really was a leader in school as well. Still, here I am delivering a speech on leadership styles. While working on this project, I came across an article about having a never to do list. It said that we all make bucket lists, but never do we make a list of all those things that we would never do. Sounds strange, but I thought, why not make a never to do list for a leader? A list of all those things that I would never do if I were a leader. Maybe that will help me understand my leadership style. And as I thought, it helped. What were those 3 things on that list? Let's see if you all can guess that after getting to know my leadership style. Turns out I am a democratic leader. These leaders don't mind others taking the lead. Back in school, I was one of the organizers of a few events. It is contradictory to what I said earlier about not being a leader in school. But that's because I never felt like one. There were times when my fellow teammates took the lead, and I enjoyed working as a team member. My only goal was to have a smooth and successful execution of all the ideas we had in our minds. If that was achieved, it doesn't matter who led. Another common trait of a democratic leader is that none of the decisions are taken without the consent of all team members. I remember this incident. It was the first week of my first year in college. The entire week induction program was conducted, and on the 3rd day, we were all randomly divided into teams. I ended up with 9 strangers, all boys. Now I am an introvert. So much so that sometimes I find it difficult to talk to the people I already know, leave aside strangers. But I, being the only girl, was made a team leader. All the boys were very cooperative, except for 2. They were just not opening up and would not join any discussions. But I wanted involvement of all. No matter how futile it is, everyone should get a chance to express their opinions. I talked and talked with them to make them feel comfortable. Although that was against my nature, but it helped. They finally opened up. All this time I thought, I do not possess leadership qualities. But now when I look back at that incident, I feel, had I not been a leader, I would never have gone against my nature just to get the involvement of all. And what does having leadership qualities really mean? Does it always need to be something as big as running a company or leading a nation? Even little things, like letting others take the lead. Sometimes getting out of your comfort zone to make others feel comfortable. Stepping up when no one else is can also make you a leader. All those little things that I did make me a leader in my own special way. I think I have imbibed these qualities from my parents. Although I never got a chance to handle any critical situation, I have always been a part of the decision-making process. Not a single decision has been taken without considering my brothers or my opinions, and me being the youngest never came in the way of that. In fact, it was there that I truly understood the value of every individual's opinions, and I learned how important it is to make every individual feel their view matters. For me, not hurting the people around me through any of my actions or words is of highest priority. It is in my nature to think a lot of how my decisions would impact the people concerned with it. It is in my nature. Isn't this what makes me a democratic leader? Yes. And it is because of this nature of mine that I have included those 3 things in my never to do list. Any guesses what the list contains? It is said that the reward for work well done is the opportunity to do more. If none of the triumphs were ever celebrated, would anyone have felt the drive to accomplish more? On the other hand, if failures are criticized publicly, can anyone feel motivated? A leader should always celebrate his teammates' success in public, but should point out the mistakes in private. Secondly, tell me, can you all work efficiently if you're constantly pressurized to be perfect always? It is good to have a desire to reach perfection, but one must never forget, nothing is perfect in this world. The pressure that comes from too much obsession of perfection makes one commit foolish mistakes that he would never commit otherwise. This makes one lose faith in himself. A leader should never let others doubt their capabilities. And lastly, a leader should never ask of anything he himself is not capable of doing. He should practice what he preaches. This is my never to-do list. Generally, never to-do lists are made after having some failed attempts or bitter experiences. But it helped me meet the leader in me. And it would come in handy for all. For the elimination of negatives, always help focus more on the positives. For me, the people are more important than the projects or the organizations. For projects come and go. Organizations are formed and they fall. But a person once has gone cannot be won over again. For it is rightly said, people will forget what you said. They'll forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Over to you, T.M. Modi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gauri. It was a wonderful speech. I have sent the feedback form link in the chat box. Do click on the link and send your feedback. Before I launch the polls for the best speaker timer, have all the speakers qualified?
Yeah, everyone is qualified.
Okay, thank you so much.
We haven't given her the feedback. Okay.
So we are done with the polls. Now moving on to the second segment of today's meet, the table topic segment. This will be hosted by the table topic master for today, Toastmaster Ali Akbar. When I asked Toastmaster Ali Akbar, who seems to have a very fancy background today, what is the one thing he's going to miss the most this Diwali, to which he replied that he will be missing his parents this year. With this, I now hand over the meet to Toastmaster Ali Akbar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshvardhan, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Attempting table topics helps you to develop 4 skills, L, T, O, and D, where L is listening. I will mention the topic twice. Thinking, which helps you in getting your points together. Organizing, you organize your speech from the beginning, middle, and end, and then you deliver it. I also request all the speakers to make use of the word of the day and the phrase of the day. The timings are already being told, which is 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 2.5 minutes. So basically today, I'm here to sell you all few firecrackers. So you see there's a very good background, which is Mega Diwali offer, right? Now the point is that I don't want money off you. You see, it's Diwali and there's Lakshmi, so money will come. The group of people which I am having today here are more enthused about listening you. So any cracker that you buy, you have to give at least a 2-minute speech. That is all I want. This is my offer for this Diwali. I have few members who keep, who cherish listening people and they make notes and they have a smile on their face. Dr. Nazneen, I've been watching her since the first speaker. I've been watching Toastmaster Monica, watching Toastmaster Dipali. You know, they urge for speech. They don't want money. Even I don't want money. So my mega Diwali offer, who is ready? I've just got 4 or 5 crackers with me. I have rocket. I have 2-in-1, if you have heard of it. I have flower pot. I have Lakshmi bomb. I have butterfly, and I have parachute. I see Dr. Nazneen has raised her hand. Right, ma'am. What will you buy for today?
Rocket.
Rocket. Wow. Right. So rocket has more to do with success. So all you have to do is talk about success. Toastmaster Nazneen, success, and success, Toastmaster Nazneen.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests, and a very happy Diwali to all. It was a gamble that I took, and I was wondering what was coming my way. I got the word success, and I realized if it is to be, it is up to me. So if I had to think, am I successful? Am I? If not, by whose standards? If yes, again, by whose standards? It got me thinking about my life and the amazing tumultuous experiences that I have had. Some fun, some serious, some absolutely rickety-rockety. And yet here I am. And today, if I had to actually ponder amongst all the ramblings that I do and all the listening that I do, one thing that strikes me is that if today I am here with a smile on my face, I am successful. I love being successful. And as I always say, if it is to be, it is up to me. The same goes for all of you out there. It's easy. Success is a deep satisfaction that you have at the end of the day that yes, I put in my best today with absolute honesty and integrity. That's the way I live my life. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Dr. Ali Akbar Mehmoon, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Nazneen. That was lovely. Oh, I have sold my rocket. I have only few crackers left. The best one which I have is the flower pot and a butterfly. So who is willing to come buy that from me? Okay, I have the R counter, Toastmaster Shefali raising her hand. Welcome, madam. What do you like to take today?
I'll go with the flower pot.
Flower pot. Okay, madam. Flower pot. The best thing that you get. As I've also lived in Chennai for quite a few times, so there might be some kind of an accent which comes in with the Tamilian side. So I'm trying to play the role of the seller. Okay. Flower pot is more to do with happiness. Toastmaster Shefali, happiness, Toastmaster Shefali.
I get 30 seconds to think, right? 20 seconds?
20 seconds, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can begin. Happiness is a subject or a topic which many people think is an intellectual topic, a philosophical topic, or something that needs a lot of digging down and realizing what actually it is. But when we think it in maybe solitude, like I did the other day, I was thinking in solitude, like, what is happiness? Am I happy right now? It did not take me a lot of time and a lot of thought process to come up with whether I'm really happy. So here's what I thought. it came to my mind and it crossed my mind that I really am happy when I have gratitude towards things. When I realize that my life has so much to be grateful for. When I think that a sudden spurge of a feeling or a emotion came in my mind and my heart, which was like really pleasant. And that moment I thought that, okay, I think I'm happy. So when I backtraced it, I realized that, yeah, this is because I'm grateful. To just give an example, I was thinking about, am I really happy with the work that I'm doing? Or am I really doing a good job at everything that I do? And then when I thought that I have ample opportunities to do things, that made me have a sense that, yeah, I think I'm getting a lot of opportunities, and that's what is worth enjoying and be happy about. That is it from my side. Over to the table topics master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shefali. See, I start with the lady who has been with the success, and I have ladies asking, "Can I go next? Can I go next?" I'm having a great sale. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Niyamat. I have 2-in-1 for you. I have Lakshmi bomb for you. I have a butterfly and a parachute. What would you like?
Lakshmi bomb sounds very exciting.
Yes, Lakshmi bomb, Diwali. Wow. That is life king size. Life king size Toastmaster Niyamat.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As soon as this title was put forward to me, the first thought I had was what my mother would say. Why would somebody live life king size when they were born to be a queen? So I choose to be living life queen size. Again, her voice seems to resonate in my head, and many who know her know that I tend to sound like her. So let's say some of her wisdom has passed on to me. And living life queen size, wow, what an interesting idea. I have many times in my life fallen short of living queen size because I tend to give myself too much importance and put myself in a nice, wonderful bubble of, oh no, why me, that. But then when I think about it, that life is full of exciting ideas and possibilities, I realize that anything that life throws at me, be it lemons or whatever, it is entirely up to me what I make of it. So if I choose to be a queen, I can wear a beautiful crown up on my head and I can just perk it high up every time that I feel that it is coming a little sliding down. Because no matter who says what, no matter who does what, it is entirely up to me of what I make of it. So yes, I choose to live in a queen size bed. I choose to live in a queen size life and do exactly as I please, even if that ruffles a few feathers. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Niyamat. See, I said life king size, she made it queen. Hey, you are a king also. Why do you go to the queen side of it only? Thank you so much.
Because you said
Right.
Lakshmi bomb, no?
Lakshmi bomb, yeah, but I kept it with the king sing. Do we have anyone from the guest who would like to go ahead? Any guest? I can sell these bombs to all of these Toastmasters from Nagpur Toastmasters Club, but I want someone from outside also. Anyone? Guest
Hello, good evening.
who would like to
Yes,
go?
sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Myself,
Okay, so I
Ajit.
have
Good evening. And
Ajit
thanks
from
for
team.
thanks for invitation. Yeah, team
Right.
Meeple. Yes, sir. Meeple,
Right,
Chinwada.
Ajit. Thank you. What would you like to buy from me? I have 2-in-1. I have butterfly and I have parachute.
Parachute.
Parachute. Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's a great thing, Ajit. Parachute is family. So family, Ajit, family.
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you, sir. Thanks, Toastmaster. It is my first experience, and I have no more previous experience about to Toastmaster and about to my topic, family. So, family is most important part of our life, and And I want to introduce my family. In my family, my father is a home guard police, and my mother is a housewife. And I love my mother. And I have no more words, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ajit. It is so nice to see who are all in your family. And you telling that to me. I am a shop owner who is selling bombs, and you're telling me about your family. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you're sharing your emotions with me. This Diwali, may you have a great time with your family.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. I also had few people who put up on the chat. Okay, Kavita, Toastmaster Kavita. Now I have only 2 things left. I have had a good sale today, I'm so happy. I'm very happy. So I have only 2 things left, which is 2-in-1 or butterfly.
I would like to go for butterfly.
I knew you would go for butterfly. Okay, Toastmaster Kavita, colors in life. Toastmaster Kavita, colors in life.
Yeah, I get 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. What a topic. Butterfly, I was hoping for something else, but yes, it's a mystery box in itself. So colors of life, me and colors. I think from my childhood, the first thing that I ever started recognizing and playing with was colors. Colors have been a very integral part of my life, but now that I associate so many more emotions, as I happen to become an art therapist, I associate colors with joy, with sadness, with grief. So many colors show us so many. That's when today, being a Diwali, pre-Diwali celebrations, I can see so many people dressed in so many colors. So yes, colors are very, very important part of my life, and everybody adding more color to your life is adding more emotions and feelings to your life as well. On the canvas of life, I think, yes, there are darker colors, there are lighter colors, and there are middle tones as well. So I would ask everybody to allow yourself to fill more colors in your life through all the celebrations, through your festivals, through people, through feeling all the emotions, through coming across beautiful people in your life. So yes, add more colors to your life. And I'm doing so by connecting to Toastmasters as well. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Ali Akbar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita. I am having a great time. I hope all the Toastmasters here, I'm giving you a very good thing with listening to these speeches. I have just one product left, and butterfly was my best product. So it is gone already. I've left with one. And in the chat, I did see Toastmaster Dr. Dipali, who is willing to come forward. Are you there? Toastmaster Dipali? I'm not sure if she's there. Anyone else who is willing to go forward? Just the last one, and then we wrap up. Anyone from guest? Just one product left for my mega Diwali sale offer to get over.
Toastmaster Bhushan has raised his hand.
Okay, Toastmaster Bhushan. Wow. Hello, Toastmaster Bhushan. And right, I have this just one bomb left with me, and I will be done for the day. So thank you for coming up and taking this. It is ups and downs of life. Toastmaster Bhushan, ups and downs of life.
Can I get 20 seconds to think about it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. I want to start using a metaphor for life. Life is like a roller coaster which goes up and down and up and down. And we wonder why things are going up and down. But it is actually something that makes us aware about the contrast of life. If someone faces some ups, then he will know the importance of downs, and when if he faces something some downs, then he will know the importance of up. Even my dodo will also agree with that. So uh, so going through while riding on this roller coasters, we should appreciate if we go up, we go turn and twist and round and round. That's the only beauty of life, when we get to see more colors and more what life has to offer. So we should, if when we feel happy, we should play music. When we don't feel happy, we should sing sad songs. So that's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Alinder.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhushan. That was very nice to get some music. I was just craving to hear some music, and you had that piano in front of me. Thank you so much. Can I confirm with the timer if all the speakers have qualified?
Hello. All the speakers are qualified except Ajit.
Okay, except Ajit. So let me just read out the names of all the speakers once again before we go on to the polls. Toastmaster Nazneen, Toastmaster Shefali, Toastmaster Niyamat, Toastmaster Kavita, and Toastmaster Bhushan. Zoom Master, can we have the poll for the best table topic speaker?
Just a second, I'm editing them. 1 second.
Sure. Now, how good it feels to have all your products sold. You know, I'm going to have a very good and happy Diwali, and this is also wishing you all a very happy and a satisfying Diwali before I empty this shop and move ahead. Are we done, Toastmaster Harsh?
5 more seconds.
Okay.
Okay, we're done.
Okay, thank you all for coming to my shop. I am so much obliged that you had a very clean sale for me, and I will see you all again next year if I'm there in Nagpur. I hand it over to our TMOD for the day, Toastmaster Harshvardhan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ali Akbar. It indeed was a dhamakedar table topic session.
Excuse me, I don't receive that whole thing.
Okay, I'll relaunch the poll. Just a second.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are done with the pollings. Now moving on to the final segment of today's meet, that is the evaluation segment, which will be conducted by the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Monica. I now hand over the meet to the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Monica. Let's hear it for her.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Beginning with the evaluation round, I would now like to call upon the first evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Monish. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Monish.
Yes. Oh, Toastmaster Sunny, I have 3 words for you. W-O-W, wow. So the way you started, that was a very attractive start. Like, for instance, you started, hello, my name is Toastmaster Sunny. And to be honest, it's very contradictory to your personality, to the personality you have. That is calm and silent. But today, you were the Sehwag of Indian cricket team on the first ball 6. So wow, kudos to that. And with that attractive start, you had this wonderful enthusiastic tone, which said the intentions of your speech, that what you are going to do next. And again, let's go further to the commendations part. And then you introduce characters in your speech, that is Sunny Deol. So when you introduce Sunny Deol, so that big hero, that big 90s commercial film hero Sunny Deol came in my mind, and it created automatically a picture of Sunny Deol with his 2.5 kilo ka haath stuff. And with your name Sunny, you introduced Sunny, so that was a perfect fit. And again, you introduced Meenakshi Seshadri, which I have seen her movies like Hero and so many other, and she had worked in Damini as well. So that also connected with Sunny Deol because they have worked together. And then later you had structure in your speech, that is, you had the 3 phases of your life: the first, second introduction of your childhood, then the middle age, and then your work life. So again, you created humor, that is where, you know, your name was changed by your father-in-law from Sunny to Devendra, and people went back. So again, you created humor. So what you did, you very smartly introduced humor in your speech in bits and pieces. First humor, then, you know, again your story. Second humor, again your story. Third, you introduce humor, again your story. So your speech kept us very engrossed in your speech, because you were telling about yourself and introducing humor as well. So it was really, really perfect as for a starter. Now let's come to the recommendations part, because we as a speaker need something to get, you know, to improve so that we can develop more as a speaker. So I noticed 2 things. Because this is your first speech, so I won't be, I was, just analyzing what are the things which you can do better in the next speech, and that the first thing was the body language. So what I noticed that you were using only one hand, which was your right hand. So you would have used both the hands, and you had this space in you, so you can, you know, very well speak with your body language. And second was the voice modulation. So when you introduce Sunny Deol, so you would have, if you can mimic him, Sunny Deol, like Papa, something like that. So because humor is your strength, which I saw, so you can also do this voice modulation with Sunny Deol, Meenakshi Seshadri, and others. And so otherwise, a wonderful speech and way to go. And would look forward for, you know, more speeches into future. Over to you, Toastmaster, General Evaluator of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monish. May I now invite Toastmaster Shireen to present her evaluation for Toastmaster Shantanu's speech. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Shireen.
Hi everyone, good evening. I have done the job. If I can have Toastmaster Shantanu, could I see him please? If that's okay with him. Okay, so yeah, I can see the timer cards as well. All right, I'll continue. So good evening, one and all present here. My name is Toastmaster Shireen, and I did the evaluation for Toastmaster Shantanu. Yeah, hi, thank you. So Toastmaster Shantanu, I think you've done an amazing job. This has been your first speech. It's come off very, very beautifully. I love the fact that you have had very good diction, a lot of clarity. You've enunciated your speech with all your words. That's very good. Along with that, there has been a good structure in your speech. You've formulated your speech pretty well. It's gone in a proper chronological order. So that's been quite good. Good transitioning. To move forward, voice modulation. Good voice modulation. I like the places where you've created these dips in the speech, in the sense like you've spoken academically, not so good. Financially, not so good. So poor fellow. I think I've not done it exactly how you did, but it came off as very good, because these rhetorical devices that you use, like lot of dust, lot of dirt, they kind of omit conjunctions and they help increase the tempo of your speech. So it comes off very good. Also, your voice projection is pretty good, so that's good. And yeah, so along with that, metaphors, quite a good usage of them also. One thing to just mention, you mentioned Kaam hi puja hai. That's in Hindi. So whenever you mention something in Hindi or another language, it will be better if you translate in English and present as well. So that can be done. Second, I feel that you could have added more humor in your speech, because there's a lot of scope for it, and it was there, but it was kind of veiled behind certain things with references to Amitabh Bachchan and Kala Patthar, because I could completely imagine it. So that is definitely there. And then you mentioned these three things you do very well, like why did it, one of these questions, what to do, what to do, what to do. So that creates highlight in your speech. We get drawn to what you're trying to say. In the same way, Amitabh Bachchan, Mithun Chakrabarti, Rajnikant get, there needs to be more like flavor in that aspect, so more humor can be created around it. Because these are actors very, very well known, so we can easily connect. As Toastmaster Monish also mentioned, I think, about mimicry. A couple of suggestions. I feel that we would have liked to know a little more about your family background, a little bit of your personal background. We got your professional life pretty well, but all these certain little personal touch was, I felt, a bit missing. Then title. I don't believe Toastmaster Harshvardhan mentioned a title for your speech, so there was a bit of lacking in that aspect. See, when you have a title, you can connect the beginning and end with it pretty well. So the beginning and end, although you've got a very powerful voice, I feel that if you added maybe a quote or some kind of funny dialogue or something in the beginning and then connect it to the ending of your speech, that will give better flow and more attraction to your speech. There were a couple of grammatical errors, which I'll leave it to the grammarian to point out. But overall, very, very well crafted speech. Congratulations and kudos to you. Good job. I'm looking forward to your next speech. Also, just PS, I'm going to go and watch Excuse Me immediately after this speech. Hope to see you there. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shireen. Now, may I call upon Toastmaster Shefali to present her evaluation for Toastmaster Sharanya's speech. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Shefali.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Monica. Hello, Toastmaster Sharanya. First of all, congratulations for delivering your icebreaker speech. So let's begin with the evaluation. Toastmaster Sharanya, you started with a big bang kind of an entry. You sounded extremely confident, and the way you began your speech with a background, you gave an example of or a backdrop of how you are as a person, you were as a person. So I always like a speech which has some kind of storyline to it. So this beginning of your speech sounded like you're going to narrate a story, which is a very wonderful way of starting any speech, not just icebreaker. Second thing, the structure of your speech was really good. You had given a lot of examples that how you were not a conformist in the beginning, and then the examples to back that. So whenever there are examples to back your speech, that adds authenticity to the speech, and that makes the speaker come across as someone I can relate with. So yeah, that is wonderful. Second thing is, your examples were a comparison kind of an example, good example and bad examples in your speech. How once you were a wonderful, eloquent speaker, and then later you were not that eloquent a speaker. So that is a good contrast that you gave to us in the speech. Your speech also sounded like it made us inquisitive of what you're going to say next, because you posed a lot of questions to us, or maybe that was the crux of your speech. You asked questions like, what if I do not score good marks, or what if I am not a good sports person? All these things, they add a sense of immediate eye-opener for me, or okay, let me just see what's going to happen next. So that creates kind of a suspense. So well done on that part as well. And most importantly, your speech came a full circle, right? When I say your speech came a full circle, it means you began at a point saying that you were not a conformist, and then you kind of ended it saying that you are not a conformist anymore. So that's what I mean when you say, that's what I mean when I say your speech came full circle. That is extremely important for any speech as per me. There were a few glitches. I know you fumbled in between. You might want to watch out for that. I know this was the first time you were delivering and you're going to do a wonderful job going forward. What was more worth commending was that you gathered yourself very well, and watch out for more hand gestures, and you would do a wonderful job next time. This was indeed a good performance as well. Thank you, Sharanya. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shefali. Now may I call upon Toastmaster Sriram to present his evaluation for Toastmaster Gauri's speech. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Sriram.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Am I audible? Just a second, I'll ping the timer. 1 second.
Yeah.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, 1 second. Yes, I'm good to go now. Timer, you can start your timing. In the recent interview, Mumbai Indians bowler Bumrah was asked, "Are you the next Mumbai Indians captain?" He replied, "I am happy producing wickets for the team and I'm good to be a team player." That is what exactly our speaker today, Toastmaster Gauri, clearly articulated as. You be area director, you be the president, but member forms the highest position. I'm happy to be part of that decision review system. Great job on that, Toastmaster Gauri. What I really liked is that the 5 C's as a leader you possessed. Number 1 is the clarity in which you spoke the entire thing. You beautifully gave us the articulation of what a leader is, leadership quality is, and how did you possess it. Second, you were confident throughout. A leader should be confident like you. And you are speaking with wonderful ease as well. The third is that the comfortable level, which you are speaking with ease as if that you own the stage, like how when Kohli plays, he owns the game. So like that you are speaking it. And the fourth one is the communication. They say the best way to connect to the people is through your personal story. And you came up with your personal story, that your college story, how did you improve from an introvert to a well-speaking, how democratic leadership in you went, and even in your home, how you are good in making the decision review systems. So beautifully you articulated. So you were a good communicator. And the last one, which was the incatenation of your speech, was your callback action for the audience, where you clearly said, these are my 3 bucket list. And as a leader, I don't want to do it. But as a leader, I want to do these things. So job well done on that. So I really loved the 5 C's as a leader you are. And now that shows that you are a good and a great communicator. Now, if a true leader is shown how he handles the tough situation. Now, 8 wickets have gone. Now, will Bumrah turn to be a batsman? Yes. So here comes my improvements or suggestions for you. Number 1, they always say your vocal cord is your spinal cord for the speaker. So now play with the pitch and the pause. There are a lot of words where you can say, I was an introvert in my earlier stages. But when I was handled with 9 guys, I took the opportunity where I met each and every of them, and I was important in my decision maker. Even though I'm not the eldest guy, but I am part of my family's decision review system. Now play with that pitch wherever you can. And number 2 is that try to stand and deliver, because we were not able to see your hand gestures. It was a lot lower down the camera like how it was. Or either you have this type of hand gestures so that we can see that hand gestures. Number 3 is the title resonance. Your title was, Finally, I Met Her. Now, what was the resonant in your speech? Whom did you meet? Or did Gauri as a leader met a leadership quality? So these resonance were missed in your pass. And the 4th one is, which I want to say, is that always whenever you are ending at the I note, the climax part, the message should reach us, not preach us, because you entirely deviated from the democratic style to a lot of leadership qualities one by one. We already heard the message, but we were not able to digest all the things. So try to curtail and have an end at the climax note. So to summarize, a wonderful leader, whether Dhoni is needed or Kohli is needed, we need Bumrah to take wickets. You are the unsung hero. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sriram. Timer, have all the evaluators qualified?
Yes, Toastmaster Monica. All the evaluators have been qualified.
Zoom Master, please launch the poll for the best evaluator.
Just a second. We are done with the polls.
Thank you so much, Zoom Master. May I now invite timer for the meeting, Toastmaster Gaurav, to present his report. Zoom Master, kindly spotlight Toastmaster Gaurav.
Good evening, everyone. So I'll start with the speech and then move on with the table topics and the evaluation. The allotted time for the speech for Toastmaster Sunny, Toastmaster Shantanu, and Toastmaster Shania was 4 to 6 minutes. Toastmaster Sunny took 4 minutes 46 seconds. Toastmaster Shantanu took 4 minutes 51 seconds. Toastmaster Shania took 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And the allotted time for Toastmaster Gauri for the speech was 5 to 7 minutes. She took 6 minutes and 57 seconds. Further along, we move to table topics. Number 1 was Toastmaster Nazneen. The allotted time for table topics was 1 to 2 minutes. Toastmaster Nazneen took 1 minute 44 seconds. Toastmaster Shefali took 1 minute 57 seconds. Toastmaster Niyamat took 1 minute 37 seconds. And our guest Ajit took 30 seconds. Toastmaster Kavita took 1 minute 34 seconds. And Toastmaster Bhushan took 1 minute and 22 seconds. Now for the evaluation, the allotted time was 2 to 3 minutes. Toastmaster Monish took 3 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Shireen took 3 minutes and 24 seconds. And Toastmaster Shefali took 3 minutes and 17 seconds. And final Toastmaster Shriram took 3 minutes and 28 seconds. That was my report. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Monica.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. May I now invite the counter for this evening, Toastmaster Shefali, to present her report.
Thank you once
Master,
again.
please spotlight Toastmaster Shefali.
Thanks. Thank you once again, Toastmaster Monica. For the R counters report, I had a very easy time today. There were not a lot of pauses or crutch words used. But to summarize it, presiding officer was flawless. Sa, completely flawless. No crutch words, no ums, ahs, nothing. Speaker number 4 was again flawless. There was no scope of noting down any crutch words or any pauses. Similarly, Toastmaster Nazneen, while in the table topics, we were flawless. Toastmaster Shireen in evaluation was flawless again. I'll just sum up a few contestants and role players and speakers who repeated their ahs and ums. I think TM Modi, there were a few ums because the length of your role is long. That's quite normal to happen. And there was some stammerings in between. Then speaker number 2, Toastmaster, I forgot the name.
Toastmaster Shantanu.
Toastmaster Shantanu. You used so multiple times, so you might want to watch out for that. And there was a small pause which you took. Same goes with Toastmaster Sharanya. You had a few pauses during your speech. I'm sure you're going to work on that. That's totally fine. Table topic master, you were flawless again, but there were a few ums, and otherwise you were really flawless again. Toastmaster Niyamat, there were a little, you used ands a lot. No, not a lot, maybe 2 to 3 times you used and so did Toastmaster Monish as well. The usage of and was on a higher side a bit. Toastmaster Shriram, there were multiple usage of so's and ands. So that's all from my end. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shifali. Now may I invite the grammarian for the evening, Toastmaster Nazneen, to present her report. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Nazneen.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica, and a warm evening to all Toastmasters and guests alike. I am the grammarian for the day, and we had some decent use of grammar and some not. There was nobody who used the word of the day or phrase of the day, apart from myself. Having said so, let me first check on everything that was nice about the usage. I'm not particularly naming the people, but overall the usage during the entire meeting. So what I liked was I stood frozen, handle failure and pressure, left with only complaints, burden of society, I failed to comprehend the pros and cons, burst my imperfection bubble, enunciated, futile, imbibe, highest priority. Stepping up can make you a leader, and people will never forget how you make them feel. This for all the good or decent usage that I could note. The ones that maybe required a little correction was let's all, just as a comment to all Toastmasters here, let's all avoid the use of the word very. Maybe we could use better words, different words. If it is a superlative, where very is generally used, we could use other words. Understand much more of the synonyms that we are out to use. For example, dreadful was used twice. We could use frightful or terrible. Excellent was used 3 to 4 times. We could use outstanding and superb. Wonderful was used extensively by many. We could say it was pleasurable or admiration, marvelous, brilliant, extremely good. Yes, we are blessed with a daughter. So there were a daughter and an arranged marriage. The articles were missing a, an, and the from time to time. And when you do not use an article effectively, the sentence doesn't flow properly. It's like you have eaten up something out of the sentence and the impact lessens. There was a mention of 21.5 years, which could have been 21 and a half. I did like lot of dirt, lot of dust. It sounded well, alliteration in a way. Face and hand becomes black, that was nice. There was a usage of authority to see a dream. It could have been either autonomy or freedom to see a dream. And again, there were matters or that you matters, and S was added where it needn't have been. So well, overall, we are all learning, and grammar is a very intricate and invaluable part of communication. And I'm sure we are all getting and learning from each other together and getting better day by day. So thank you all. Thank you for giving me this chance. And of course, I myself learn a lot. Thank you all. Over to you, TM Monica.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nazneen. I understand that we are running late today. So if it is to be, it is up to me. So I will be brief in my report this evening. So our meeting started a bit late. For the future meetings, we can work out the modalities. So it saves inconvenience to the guests as well. The presiding officer will very warmly welcomed the guests and introduced them. And Toastmaster Harsh, congratulations for playing the dhamakedar double role this Diwali meet, that of a TMOD as well as the Zoom master. You introduced your theme very well, and you put up pictures of last year's Diwali meet, which was nostalgic for us members, and it also gave a glimpse of what physical meetings are to the members who joined AC after COVID, and also to guests who have been just attending the video meetings. So very well done. And you asked all the role players what they would miss this Diwali. So it kind of made all of us feel included in your theme. And we were all engrossed to hear what each one of us answered. So well done again. A few pointers. A few times you mentioned the evaluator will evaluate the speaker. The evaluator never evaluates the speaker. It's always the speeches they evaluate. So you can just work on this a bit. Moving on, the table topics master had a very innovative and interesting theme, and the method he introduced the topics were also very interesting. He also explained the purpose of table topics very well. Then moving on to the role players, that's the timer. The timer explained his role very well and gave a detailed report. It was only during one of the evaluations that I saw the green card at the very beginning, which was confusing. This can be avoided as the speaker gets disturbed and distracted. The grammarian introduced the word of the day and the phrase of the day, which was very scarcely used. I suggest that maybe if we can put out the word of the day and phrase of the day in the chat box, it's easier for the members to take a look and use it in their speeches. The counter gave her a detailed report and explained her role very well. And that's all from my side for the evening. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you so much for your report, General Evaluator Toastmaster Monica. Before I hand over the meet to the presiding officer, just a second. Oh my God. I had asked the same question to all the members of Nagpur Toastmaster Club, and you can see the responses here. This I thought of taking it a different way. As you can see, lesser crackers has the biggest font size. It means that highest number of members had opted for this as the answer. And you can see there are many other things like missing the parents, the Diwali feeling, shopping, roaming with a mask on, and the liveliness. So I'd like to suggest you some gyan on how you can keep yourself sane during Diwali. The first would be make sure that wherever you're lighting your diya, there is no sanitizer next to it. Sanitizers have 70% alcohol, and alcohol and fire coming together is something we don't want that to happen. Second would be to make sure that if you're bursting crackers, please don't put sanitizers on your hand before doing that, as that can be quite risky to one's life. The third and final is that it's Diwali time and we all love eating outside food. And even though there is no such report that says that corona can spread from food, but I believe why take a risk? So you can avoid outside food. And with this, I now hand over the meet to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Ali Akbar.
Give me one.
I am so sorry, I forgot to launch the polls for the best role player. I shall launch that in a second. Okay, yeah, sure. We are done with the polls. Presiding officer, you're good to go.
Great. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. That was a lovely meeting. I'm sure every member has enjoyed and every guest has enjoyed. Before we close the meeting, let us go to the best speaker, table topic speaker, role player, and evaluator. The first which is coming up is best evaluator. And best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Sri Ram. Congratulations. Next is best table topic speaker, which is Toastmaster Niyamat. Coming up next is the best role player. Best role player. That is the TMOD himself, which is Toastmaster Harshvardhan. That was a great thing. Dual role, yes, double dhamakedar. And finally, going to our best speaker of Nagpur Toastmasters Club for the 162nd meeting is Toastmaster Sunny. Do I say Diol, or do I say Leonie, or do I say Sunny Days?
Gavaskar.
Congratulations. Gavaskar, yeah, tell his last name, family name.
I wish
the meeting was a fun today with, kind of a fusion of Diwali and Bollywood as well. There was Sunny Deol, Sunny Leone, there was Kala Patthar, and there was Shyam, aka the Sunil Sethi. And at the end, we had leaders who were coming up in different way. And then we had a salesman who sold all of his crackers, and then the beautiful evaluation round which got over. So it was really an awesome meeting. Thank you, everyone. We all are dressed traditionally. Before you leave, I would request you all to please do wait for a photograph. I officially now hand it over to our star, Toastmaster Kavita.
What a wonderful session indeed. Pre-Diwali celebrations, amazing seeing everybody dressed up. Hope to see everybody next year live. Yes, hopefully, yes, and celebrate Diwali together. Meanwhile, we come to the end of this 162nd meet of